Hey everyone, for today's video, we're going to learn about prime factorization. So what is prime factorization? It's a representation of the number as the product of its prime numbers. In easier terms, it's breaking a number down into only prime numbers. In order to do this, we use something called factor trees. And it kind of looks like it resembles a tree. You have it smaller up top, and then as it branches down, it gets wider towards the bottom. What is the prime factorization for 18? I'm using the number 18 for a very specific reason, and you'll see that later on in the video. The first step when doing prime factorization is to write the number at the top of the tree. The second step is to write two factors that, when multiplied together, give you your starting number, and then draw arrows. If one of the factors is prime, circle it. So you can see we have the number 18 at the top of our tree. I drew two arrows, and the factors I used were 3 and 6 because 3 times 6 gives me 18. Now, the number 3 is a prime number, so I'm going to go ahead and circle it, but I'm not going to circle the number 6 because I know that that is a composite number. For step 3, you're going to look at the first set of factors and break those numbers down into more factors if possible. If the factors are prime, circle them. So we already circled 3, so we don't need to mess with that anymore. As for the number 6 can be broken down into the factors 2 and 3. So I'm going to draw my arrows, circle the number 2, circle the number 3, because they are both prime. If I were to break it down and I ended up with a composite number instead of 3, I would have to break that number down even more. Step 4 is if you only have prime numbers left, you are finished. So because I have the left side circled and I have the two factors for 6 circled, I'm going to stop. So my prime factorization for 18 is 3 times 2 times 3. Here's why I chose the number 18. On the left is the way I solved it in this video. However, on the right-hand side, I also know that 2 and 9 are factors of 18. So if I were to use 2 and 9 instead of 3 and 6, the 2 is a prime number, so I'm going to circle it, and 9 can be broken down into 3 times 3. Because 3 is a prime number, I can stop, circle them, and I'm done. On the left, I have 3 times 2 times 3, and on the right, I have 2 times 3 times 3. They are the same thing because multiplication is commutative. That is important to keep in mind, is that multiplication is commutative. You can see the prime factorization of 18 written either way.